Let me tell you all a story. There was once a brave and intelligent tiger. He encounters a donkey who says, "The grass is blue." The tiger says, "No, the grass is obviously green." They start arguing and realize they can't settle this dispute. The two decide to go to the lion, the king of the jungle, to put their case forward. The donkey asks first, "Your Highness, is it true that the grass is blue? The tiger disagrees with me. Please, punish him." The king replied, "If you believe the grass is blue, then the grass is blue. The tiger must be punished." The donkey went his merry way, jumping with joy, saying, "The grass is blue! The grass is blue!" The tiger looks at the lion and says, "Your Highness, why am I being punished when you know the grass is green?" The lion replied, "The grass is indeed green, but that has nothing to do with your punishment. The punishment is because an intelligent creature like you is wasting his time arguing with a donkey and then coming and bothering me with a question like that." So, kids, the moral of the story is, don't waste your time arguing with fools. The end. Now, kids, go to bed before a butarical shows up. In all my years, I have never seen a more useless institution than online anti-Muslim Christian apologetics. Their rise literally coincides with the downfall of Christianity. However, they do give me an endless supply of content, and they allow Muslims to realize how flimsy even the supposed strongest Christian arguments against Islam are, and none symbolizes this more than the so-called Islamic Dilemma argument, which can only be made by purposefully twisting verses, selectively choosing data, and completely ignoring every evidence that destroys this pathetic argument. I made an indirect video on it. I don't know why. I felt stupid having to even talk about it. The whole thing can be refuted in a short. Why the heck are we debating this stuff now? Just because these clowns are whipping their ignorant fanboys up over such idiotic content doesn't mean we need to follow their lead. What are we gaining from this? If these buffoons come tomorrow and say the grass is actually blue, do I have to schedule a debate and go into the molecular breakdown of the grass? No, of course not. It's a colossally stupid waste of time. It's like debating a flat earther. You are just legitimizing an illegitimate position. We got another one scheduled? Why? Does Islam teach the entire Bible is true? No. There you go. Case closed. This was never a debate in Islamic circles or Islamic scholarship, because it's a stupid question. But now we're letting people who have little knowledge of even basic Islam and no knowledge of classical Arabic, no understanding of fiqh, tafsir, ulama, tarikh, ijtihad, ijma', or any of these terms, we're giving these professional hacks a platform as if they're on equal footing with experts. On top of that, you are giving clowns the opportunity to say, "Oh look, these Muslims are panicking so much they're scrambling to schedule debates with us on this." Now, after you win your debates with them, because quite frankly, there is no losing on a factual basis, can we really regard it as a win when only the Muslims will know that you won? They can even defecate on stage and their fanboys will still say their guy won. They are not the judge of who wins or loses because they, and their apologists, don't know the basics of Islamic terminology to even understand what they're intentionally misquoting and misrepresenting. Reminds me of this show where these random Pakistani villagers had to decide which guy spoke better English.
What is your name?
1, 2, 3.
But it is not the answer of my question.
4, 5, 6, 8, 8, 9.
Are we really spreading the true message of Islam by platforming these hacks for them to spew complete nonsense for over an hour? I have yet to hear a single Muslim telling me this Islamic dilemma has sprung any doubts in their faith. You might say, well, if you leave these guys unchallenged, they might think they're right. We need to put them in their place. Okay. It's already happened though. This guy got humiliated.
So the question is, why would Jesus say that he doesn't know the hour? Well, there's a long explanation, which I'm not even sure is correct. But usually we would explain this in terms of
He's gone. He's trash. Why resurrect him again? That too on such a stupid topic. Look, remember when McGregor kept attacking Khabib, his father, his people, and his Islamic values? Khabib beat the heck out of him. The guy began begging for a rematch to remain relevant. But why fight this loser again? Lesson has been taught. He's been humiliated out of his career. You don't need to fight him again. Doesn't matter if he makes fun of your wife afterwards or rewrites the story altogether.
On top of the cage, his brother jumped up on top of the cage also. I seen him there, it was like a Christmas present. I just smacked him right in the eye socket. Two of his teammates ran and jumped over.
Khabib ignoring his rematch requests after utterly humiliating him is his biggest punishment. So once their top idiot was humiliated, there's no need to entertain him again. We're not gaining anything from debating graduates of the Christian Hypostatic Academy of confused cross-dressing evangelists. Chake? The Academy teaches about the two natures of these Islam-hating online apologists. The first is the evangelical nature of the apologist, and the second is the fraudulent charlatan. Both are perfectly present within one person. They are 100% apologist and 100% fraud, and 100% easier to understand than this.
God is one what, but he has three who's, whereas Jesus is one who with two whats. So whenever you're asking a question about who to, you got to ask which what are you talking about? Are you talking about what one or what two? Huh?
Debates have their purpose and function. This debate had value. New atheism was on the rise all over the world and Muslims needed an answer. Christianity is not on the rise at all in the Muslim world, no matter how much they fabricate their numbers. Christianity is not a threat. Muslims aren't leaving Islam because of this Islamic dilemma. The argument is so trash, even atheists don't use it against Islam. These debates, though, were of a different era. These debates also had class. Sheikh Didat was invited to have dinner with Swaggart and his family before the debates. Sheikh Didat himself would invite missionaries and pastors into his home for dinner. It wasn't just a personal ego battle, and I'm not here trying to jump into anyone's Dawah drama.
When you come on YouTube, when you come on TikTok, when you come out to give Dawah, either speak something beneficial or shut the camera off. Right? Save the drama for you, because your mother loves you. Just who can out yell who and who can out cheap shot who on YouTube, what does it benefit? Save that emotional drama for your mother at home.
I'm looking at what's best for the Muslim community online. This is not the best thing at all. If you really want to debate these clowns, I wouldn't, but if you really want to, at least debate them on meaningful topics. I just don't think we're gaining anything from this. The Muslims already know this is a pathetic argument. Their fanboys don't look like they'll budge, even if Isa alayhi salam himself comes down and tells them to stop worshipping him. The honest Christians either don't watch their level of garbage, or quite frankly will just think that there's some legitimacy to this stupid argument because of how many debates we're having on this. It's just a net negative. Look, we had this amazing apologist make a very sophisticated video on cousin marriages and Islam. I, against my better judgment, responded to him twice. He then made a 2.5-hour self-pleasuring session with Elon Musk's Najai's Aulad over here. And I'll respond at a time and place of my choosing. Could be next week. Next month. Next year. Who knows? Who cares? because it's literally just gonna be a comedy fest for my viewers. I will never schedule a debate on such a stupid topic that is debunkable in literally 30 seconds. I already dedicated 20 minutes too many on this. And that's my point here too. Look, I get it. Mashallah, we have a lot of young people watching our videos, and it's common at that age to be swayed less by facts and more by vibes. So what better vibe to give them than dominating these clowns live? But what's the point? All they have to do is win the vibe game, and they can do that by pretending that your argument doesn't affect them, and then regurgitate the debunked lies they've been repeating their entire career, and their fanboys will claim they've won. So our job shouldn't be to give in to this strange rating system. We should elevate the level of our audience and theirs so they can decipher truth through evidence and not through vibes. Yeah, it won't happen overnight, but we should work our way into creating this environment while catering to our younger audience. The occasional strong vibe videos is fine, but I don't think jumping into a meaningless debate with these chakke are the way to do it. Allahu A'lam, everyone can decide what they want to do. I personally wouldn't do it. These are my thoughts. If you agree, please subscribe. If you don't, still subscribe.